to use sample problem related to simple and compound interest. So the sample problem we have is HP borrowed money to do rapid prototyping for a new ruggedized computer that targets desert oil field conditions. The loan is 1 million pesos for 3 years at 5% per year simple interest. How much money will HP repay at the end of 3 years? If HP borrows 1 million pesos from a different source at 5% per year compound interest, compute the total amount due after 3 years. So we answer first the first question, which is how much money will HP repay at the end of 3 years. So this is the cash flow diagram showing the money. So at the start of the year is 1 million pesos. So at the end of 3 years, how much will HP repay? So we identify the given values. We have the P, or the principal, of 1 million pesos, the simple interest rate of 5%, and the number of years of 3 years. So first is we identify the interest rate for each of the 3 years. So in simple interest, it is considered that the interest due at the end of every year is equal. So we have for the end of each year, year 1, year 2, and year 3, the simple interest is calculated in the formula SI is equal to P times R times N. And then our N, or the simple interest rate, is 5%. For the end of each year, we consider N is equal to 1 year. So for simple interest, the interest for each year is 50,000 pesos. And on the other hand, the interest at the end of 3 years, we have N is equal to 3 years. So we change the number 3 years in the formula. So we have the simple interest of 150,000 pesos. And then, so the total due amount after 3 years, including the principal, is 1,150,000 pesos. So if we make it into table, this is the tables at the end of year 0, the amount borrowed is 1 million. And the interest at year 1 is 50,000. And the interest of year 2 is 50,000. Again, the interest of year 3 is also 50,000 pesos. The amount owed from year 1 is 1,050,000. Year 2 is 1,100,000. And at year 3 is 1,150,000. So the total amount paid at the end of year 3 is equal to 1,150,000 pesos. This is for the simple interest. So the second question is, if HP borrows 1 million pesos from a different source at 5% per year compound interest, compute the total amount due after 3 years. So this is the cash flow diagram showing the amount borrowed by HP and the end of year 3, what will be its total amount due. So we have T is in years, I is 5%, and then N is 3 years. So we have identified the given, the P, the I, and the N. So the interest for year 1, considering the formula I is equal to P quantity 1 plus I raised to N minus 1, we have for year 1, we have 50,000 pesos. For year 2, so we have here, considering that N is equal to 2, so the total interest now for year 2 is equal to 102,500 pesos. On the other hand, for year 3, the total interest is, considering N is equal to 3, is equal to 150,625 pesos. So if we tabulate them, we have here the amount borrowed, 1 million at the end of year 0. And then the interest for year 1 is 50,000. The interest for year 2 is 102,500. And the interest for year 3 is 157,625. And then the amount due is equal at the end of year 3 is 1,157,625. And the amount paid is 1,157,625 pesos. So if we compare the simple and compound interest. So for the compound interest, we have the total amount at the end of year 3 is 1,157,625, while on simple interest, the total amount due at the end of year 3 is 1,150,000 pesos. So there's a difference of 7,625 pesos for simple and compound interest.